Did you know Roy DeMayo?
Of course I know him.
Okay, so Roy is allegedly responsible for up to 200 murders. Do you believe that?
Yes. Yeah.
200 murders.
Yes.
10 times what you're responsible for.
Yeah, yes. And he actually told me once that he killed 200 people.
He admitted this to you.
Yeah. I was in a club when we all knew what the fuck he was. He was turning into a fucking serial killer. He did.
Was a serial killer.
Yeah, but not in the beginning, but he turned into a serial killer. His guy, the bartender, was his uncle.
You're talking about at the
the
Gemini Club?
No, the bar on the corner. Yeah, the Gemini Club.
Yeah.
But the bar, Dracula, his uncle's name, and he was in the bar.
His uncle. His name was Dracula.
They called him Dracula.
Well, because after they killed, there was something called the Gemini method, which meant after they killed it, they would drain the blood and they would chop it up. It was like a whole systematic thing they did.
When somebody came in the bar 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, drunk, black, white, whatever, young, old, probably a drunk, he would call them up. We got one.
Why do you need an LLC? Even if it's your first business, you don't want to link the business with your personal life and properties. But how do...
Nobody's around, boss.
So they would just kill just for the sport?
He get the guy, stop playing cards. No, yeah. And they went in the bar, grabbed the guy, bring him in, they shoot him in the head. They cut him from his balls way up to his neck, wide open, and hang him upside down to drain him.
Yeah.
So there's no blood. Now they get saws and they cut him into pieces. So there's no blood, there's nothing squirting all over the place. But one day I was talking to him that Paul was going to make guys, and I said, bro, Paul's going to make guys. You got a couple of good guys around, you're going to make some, propose some guys? He says, yeah, he said, Sammy, but, I had a ton of guys.
Yeah.
And he told me, my coffee boy is on 25 hits. I said, what? 25 hits? Your coffee boy. Who the fuck is giving you all that work? Because those are usually orders that come down. He says, nobody, bro. I killed over 200 people. I keep my guys sharp. We kill them. We chop them up and get rid of them. I keep them sharp. You know what I'm talking about? I looked at him and I said, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Huh.
I do too.
How many people had you killed at that point?
Not even nowhere near 18, probably half that
About 10.
amount. It's sick. But I'm not going to argue with him. I just said, yeah, but I do the same thing. Listen, there was another time me and Louis Melito had it. He was a brilliant fuck too. They were selling cars overseas to Kuwait, places like that. He'd steal the cars, $200, $300 to guys to rob it and all this bullshit. Get the cars, put them on a ship, all high-end cars, and send them to Kuwait. Let's say a Mercedes was like 40, 50,000 back then. He would sell it for 25. As soon as they got off the boat, they were sold. So we found out what he was doing. Louis Melito was in the car business. I was made. Louis Melito was made. And I went with Nino Gaggi was his captain to sit down with them to see if we could get the same connection to rob the cars and ship them over there. And we would give them some conversation. While we're having the conversation, they're talking. Louis Melito, I didn't know too much about cars. He's talking about the cars. We went in a Greek diner. The guy knew me. And he gave me a thing in the back. It was a bunch of tables. All old senior citizens were there. So there's no agents, I know. And we got the table and we were going to eat. And while Louis talking and Nino's talking and Roy is there, and he's like looking the other way. So I said, Roy, the conversation with the cars is fucking boring probably to you, right? No, Sammy, no. Let Nino talk. He knows what he's talking about. He said, look at these people. I looked at him. I says, yeah. He said, they're all seniors. I said, listen, they're 60, 70, 80 years old. Some of them are probably even 90. They're all old people. What about them? He says, if I had 2 9mm, I could pull it out right now. I could kill them all. I said, probably half of them would die of a heart attack if you did that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said to Louis Melito, come on, bro. You done here? Let's wrap it up. I want to go. I got a couple of meetings. And, I'll see you. Take care. We leave. As I'm walking out, I told Louis Melito, did you hear what the fuck he was talking to me about? What he said? About killing the old people? Yeah, I heard it. Why? What was he saying? We're talking about robbing cars, shipping them to Kuwait to make money, and he's fantasizing about killing all these old people. He's fucking gone. Something's wrong with him.
I mean, is this the biggest psychopath you ever met?
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Without a doubt.
He just loved killing people.
Loved it. And keeping his guys like that, just loved it.
How did he end up dying himself? He got killed, right?
He was killed.
By who?
By Frankie DeChico. You know, there was problems with it. Paul Castellano called John Gotti. He found out what was going on, and he told John Gotti to go do the hit. Take him out. And it seemed like Paul caught a vibe that John Gotti got shook up by it. And he said, never mind. The contract is off. And he won't call up Frankie DeChico, and he gave it to him. Frankie DeChico called me up. I was home, and he says, hey, Sammy, I got to talk to you. I got Roy's ticket.
Was the hit on him?
So I know that the ticket, he's got the hit. So I said, all right, bro, you got to be careful. You're on Bath Avenue, I'll come down and see you. I got in the car, boom, and I went down, I go see him. And they said, Frankie, the whole crew is fucking dangerous, bro. I think they're all serial killers. You need my help? He said, no, I got this. How do you got this? He says, there's two top guys. They call them the twins. And I spoke to them and told them that all ears are going to get killed. If you two guys take out Roy DeMayo, we'll give you a pass, no contract. You think they'll do it? I think they will. If they don't, then we're going to have to kill them all. Sure enough, they killed him. They stuck him in the trunk. And I was at a wake later with John Gotti and other people. And they came, one of them came in, not both of them, but the twins, one of them came in, and we gave them a pass, not me, but the bosses. And they gave them a pass, and they actually transferred them to the Lucchese family with gas pipe, and the hit was over. But that's who killed him.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second and quickly alerts you to identity threats.
Let's talk about some of the people that you dealt with while you were a Gambino. Roy DeMayo had a group called the DeMayo Crew, and they were notorious for the number of murders they did. They said that they killed 200 people. They had a club called the Gemini Lounge, and there was a whole system. There was the Gemini method, where they would get the victims in, somebody would shoot him in the head with a silenced pistol, the other one would put a towel on his head, and then go through this whole routine where they would chop up his body and everything else like that. Now, you actually knew Roy DeMayo.
Yes.
Is this the biggest psychopath that you ever ran across?
I got to think about it. I have ran across a lot of psychopaths, I tell you the truth. But if he's one of them, for sure.
Yeah.
See, there's a line with everything in life. There's a line. I think he crossed the line from a hit guy and became a serial killer. And that's, I don't know what that is. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. But when you cross that line and you're killing out of pleasure and not for reasons, I don't understand that. And that's, to me, very dangerous.
Right. I guess there was one time that you were hanging out with them, and I guess you were in a room with a bunch of older people, and he starts talking to you about potentially killing everyone in that room.
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't hanging out with him. We were at a meeting. He had a connection in one of the countries that they were smuggling cars into this country and selling them. So I was sitting down, I was an acting captain. I was sitting down with Louis Melito, who's a maid guy, and try to get a place for us to sit. The guy in the diner knew that, and he gave us that. And later on, it comes out that he is a serial killer, and Paul Castellano ordered, and he was killed.
Well, right. Didn't he tell you that if blacks or Puerto Ricans would ever go into this Gemini Lounge, that they would just kill him just to keep, he said, to keep his guys sharp?
Let's not make him a racist, because I don't think he was a racist. He didn't give a fuck what color you were, whether you were black,
well, but he said
or
that,
Mexican,
well, I guess,
or white.
I guess the story was that he felt that if he killed a black or Puerto Rican, there'd be less of a police investigation during that time. So
I don't know. I don't think he cared.
He just would kill people just for fun.
If you were in there, his uncle was the bartender. If you were in there at 4:30, whoever you were, or whatever color, or whatever race, or nationality, or religion you were, the uncle would call him up. We got one.
Mm.
So that don't sound too racist to me. Then he go in, he drag him out, and he kill him
Just for fun.
No, when he told me about that, he said, "Sammy, I keep my guy." I said, "You just killing innocent people who done nothing?" As a matter of fact, yes. And why? Because they're black? No, I don't give a fuck. He says, "So you're just killing people?" Yeah. Why? He says, I keep my crew sharp. We're playing cards. I get the call. Stop playing cards. Come on, let's do this. They take him in. They shoot him in the head. They cut him from his neck right down to past his balls, open him up, hang him upside down by his feet in the shower. They bleed him out. Continue playing cards. So when they saw him in pieces, blood ain't squirting all over the place. And he said, you know what it is, right? And I humored him and said, yeah, I do the same thing. I get it, but I don't get it.
Right.
But I wasn't about to play with him with word. I just said, yeah, I do the same thing.